Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody out there on YouTube and Twitch, regardless of where you are in the world or what time of day it is for you. As usual, I hope you're doing exceptionally well. I really appreciate you being here, whether you're watching this live or if you're watching this later as a VOD. Thank you for that. Seriously, it's the one thing that none of us can make more of is time. So when you spend it here, it means more to me than you realize. So I really appreciate it. If you are on YouTube, do me a favor, hit the like button, boost the algorithm a bit, and let them know that there's something that's worth watching here. And if you're on Twitch, check to see if you have a Prime Gaming sub. This is a free ad of what you get when you combine your Amazon Prime account with your Twitch account. You get Prime Gaming, and one of the perks for that is a free Twitch sub every 30 days, but it doesn't auto-renew. So if you've used it on another streamer before, you may still have it available to you. We all know Daddy Bezos does not need any more money. He's doing all right. So check to see if you've got that. And if you don't, that's okay. But when you do, make sure you use it, even if it's not here. Just use it. That's my whole point. Thank you for listening to my spiel. Josh, good to see you, man. How are you? Callum, good evening. Evening. True, because it could be evening where you are. That's true. I always forget. It's a global audience we have now. Pretty crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. It was a rubber room. And that rubber room had rats, and for some reason, those rats made me crazy. Crazy? Anyway, doing dandy. That's a word I haven't seen in a while. I'm doing really well. I'm glad you're doing so well. Yeah, I've been doing really well today. Had a little off day with aim training today. I've been really struggling in the last little while. I actually do think I'm going to consult a physical therapist here soon. And start working. I honestly think that some of my like shoulder muscles, arm muscles, like just in general, my whole body, I'm gonna be honest, is just really wrecked. And it shouldn't be. I'm only 29. So like it's kind of crazy that it's that bad. But I do want to make sure that I'm looking after my health. So I'm going to consult somebody about that. I'm also planning on consulting a therapist, honestly. I've been and some people I'm finding there's still some folks who are not a fan of therapists and therapy in general, and that's okay if you're one of those folks. I'll just agree to disagree with you, but I'm gonna reach out to a therapist and see if we can figure out why I have such a hard time focusing. It could be a whole range of things, but I've tried to eliminate a lot of the things that are most common, like excess caffeine, excess energy drinks, and stuff like that. And I honestly haven't had that problem, and this is not just meant to be a plug, but when I've started drinking Freshen Up Energy, which is a partner of my channel, and you can use my code HOPE at checkout for 20% off your order, I truly don't have the jitters, the crash, like none of that normal stuff you get from an energy drink supplement. And for some reason, just in general lately, despite water intake, despite my dietary, like all I've literally had today, I've had 48 ounces of water, which is on pace for what I should have. I've had a protein bar, a protein bag of chips, if you're familiar with those, really good. And I also went ahead and spoiled myself a bit, and I let myself have a bag of spicy sweet chili Doritos, which are gas. Like, those are so good. If you've never had those, you should try them. They're so good. But it was the one, not when I say a bag, I'm talking like the little bags, not the like family size bags. I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. I don't let myself. So even with that, I feel a little bit better today, but I feel like today my focus is just not as good as I'd like it to be. So I'm going to do a few things to try and combat that. The therapist is actually kind of like plan C, because I don't really think it's going to be a therapeutical issue as far as like an up here issue. I've got issues up there, but I'm sure that's not what it is in this particular circumstance. My suspicion is that it is primarily dietary. So like I said, I want to go see a physical therapist to see if I can get some of my like arm muscles, shoulder muscles, legs, like all the different like ligaments and stuff that should be fairly flexible. I'd like to have someone assess my range of motion, all that stuff. I don't really know how to ask them, so I'm gonna have to figure that out too, but I'm gonna do that. And then I would like to go see and I forget what they're called, the like title they have. Homeopath. It might be a homeopath. I could be completely wrong on that. But someone that can look at all of your Like they can draw your blood and look at all of your vitamin balance and stuff. See if you're low on potassium, if you're low on whatever, so that you can start using supplements to bring your body back into alignment or to change your diet. So so basically you want people to point out what's wrong with you. I got you, fam. I mean, I'll pay you. I don't know if you're covered by insurance, but we can work something out, you know. Oh man, it's 8 o'clock British time, by the way. I just completely blew past that message, Callum. I went on a little bit of a tangent there. My bad, homie. Well, listen, I want to get into the patch notes because I didn't even realize there were patch notes yesterday before I got on, and I wouldn't have been able to look at them even if I did know beforehand. So we're gonna look at that and talk about those in just a minute. What's up, Enzis? Hope you're having a great day. Hello to you as well. Thanks for your first time chat. I'm out of network, but I offer flexible payment options. W's. Those are my favorite. But listen, guys, if you are here for the first time, you don't know this, but if you've been here before, you definitely do because you've heard it at the beginning of every single one of my streams. Life is difficult. Don't do it alone. Every single one of us has different political beliefs, personal beliefs, and backgrounds of being raised, but we can all align on the idea that life is way too difficult to go through alone. We even put it on a t-shirt. Life is difficult. Don't do it alone. If you want the t-shirt, ! Merch in the chat. I think it's like $25 or something. It's the cheapest I could make it and still make $1 from the sale. All right, just being honest. So might be a little more than $1, but you get the idea. Merch aside, my personal extension of that particular motto is threefold. Number one, and most important, find Christ. Number two, find friendship. And number three is find community. So that when life hits the fan, you can pray to an infinite God who loved you enough to send his son to die for you, effectively bridging the gap between us and him that our behavior created. The second piece is friendship. Friendship helps when things are starting to spin out of control and you just need to physically anchor yourself into reality to get yourself to balance yourself out. The third piece is community. Community is there for when life hits the fan at a practical scale. Things like you need your rent pays, you lost your job. Maybe food's getting a little expensive and you could just use a couple extra things to get you by until your next paycheck. A lot of people in these situations, I totally can get that. And I really want to encourage you. Community is where you can find the most help when you're going through those kinds of things. If any of those three things are at all appealing to you, please do me a favor. Join our Discord. That's it. Doesn't cost you any finances. Doesn't give me any financial benefit because that's not the point. The point is to be able to plug in and connect with other people. By default, you'll be part of a community. The second that I mentioned was friendship, right? You'll be able to build friendships if you put the time in and try and engage with people there. And there is a section that is opt-in, but there is a section for faith-based conversations. So please do that. I am going to offer to pray for you guys really quick. It does take 2 or 3 minutes at most. If you would join me for that, I'd appreciate it. But if prayer is not your cup of tea, seriously, come back in 3 minutes. We'll be talking about Overwatch patch notes before we get into the games today. God, thank you so much for today. Thank you for all of your abundant provision for my family. Thank you for the opportunities that you are putting in front of us. 6 months ago, I would never have considered any of these. And I know you waited until the exact moment that I would have appreciated them at their fullest to provide them to me. Thank you for that. Thank you for the difficulty over the last 6 months that led me to a place of complete and total gratitude for everything that I have and everything that you are giving us. Thank you for my community online, for all the wonderful people who truly support and are walking behind me as I lead the charge to hopefully encourage people to understand that especially in today's world, there is less and less connection interpersonally in the realm of friendship, community, and certainly there's been a decline in my mind of people who are sold out for you. They would do everything that they could do to serve you, and they would drop everything the moment you asked. I know that I'm far from perfect, and I'm asking you, would you bridge the gap between where my imperfections start and where you are calling people to be? I'm not arrogant enough to think that I could ever stop you in what you want to do. But I do ask you, would you remove the things that are in me that could slow things down? Today, as I queue up, I ask you to give me a clear mind, complete focus, and despite wins or losses, don't let me tilt, even if there are mercy players on my team again. Help me not to tilt. Because regardless of what everybody else chooses to do, I have the ability to choose how I respond. Help me to respond well in a way that would honor you. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you guys. For real, I'm always thankful for those of you that are willing to just hang out during prayer. Something that deeply honors me. So thank you. Have you really done that, Josh? That's so cool. I think you've told me that maybe one other time before, because that's ringing a vague bell in the back of my mind. Did my chat get censored? I don't think so. Well, I don't see. All I see is Keck W and Yo Day 2 of tuning in from the shower. Did it censor from the... I can't read the on-screen chat, by the way. It might have. I don't know. I don't set the parameters on that, truthfully. The One Dark Viper, thanks so much for the follow on Twitch. I hope you're having an exceptional day. It did get censored. No, unfortunate. Look forward to it every stream. Right on, Caleb. Good to see you back, man. Appreciate you being here. All right, so we're gonna talk patch notes for just a minute here, because apparently yesterday there was a patch, and I completely missed that. I had no idea. We wouldn't have had time to look over it anyway, so I'm really excited about the fact that we do today. So let's talk about the patches that came out, and I'll kind of give my initial thoughts, and we'll make it very brief. So I intend to be done with this entire patch note. Let's see how long this is. Oh my, what is that? Holy cow. Oh, they added Freya to Stadium. That's Stadium updates down there. I don't care about that. Okay. If you want Stadium updates, you'll have to go look at that yourself, because I just don't care about them. I like Stadium, but I don't take it seriously enough to keep track of it. All right. Hazard. Developer comments. Hazard's slower climbing fits his lumbering tank fantasy, but it was a point of friction when trying to chase down or escape from enemies, or speeding up how quickly he can vault over a ledge. Additionally, we're boosting Anarchic Zeal's lifesteal as the current value wasn't effective enough. That's interesting. Ledge climb animation time reduced. That's a substantial reduction. It's 30%. What's up, Faceted? I think it's Faceted. Welcome back, by the way. I loved what you shared in our Discord. Thank you for being vulnerable enough to share that. Everyone in life is either a mercy pocket or the carry, but nobody should solo queue. You're either a mercy femboy or a non-Overwatch player. Wait, what? Oh, for sure. Faceted, for sure. It's my pleasure, truly. So, and then we have his spike guard lifesteal being increased. I always get nervous whenever they increase lifesteal in general or tank sustaining abilities. As much as I enjoy playing tanks that do have self-sustain, hey Arthur, please use your inside voice. As much as I can appreciate having self-sustain for a tank, every time they go too far with it, we get hog metas where no one's having fun. We get Malga metas where no one's having fun. I don't think on paper this is going to be another one of those situations with Hazard, but I do get worried that whenever they tweak those things that it goes too far. They've been better about hotfixes, so I guess we'll see. Use your inside voice so I don't have to use my outside voice. I'll have to keep that one in mind. That's a good one. I get nervous when they buff Hazard, period. I mean, that's facts. Hazard needs something, though. You know what's funny? From what I've understood from several people, Hazard's not like hard meta, but he's certainly part of it. I'm willing to bet this pushes him into it. All right, let's talk about Reinhardt. Developer comments. Reinhardt generally does well across the game, but falls off in effectiveness at high ranks. Interesting to have them come out and say it. We're increasing the speed and responsiveness of Firestrike to make it more reliable from range. Interesting. I don't know, Soren. I don't know. They got to see something that we don't, you know? Ensis over on Twitch said, thank you. I just graduated high school, and I'm now getting ready to head off to Japan for 2 years for my church. I've been following your channel for a while, but this is my first time in stream. I've always appreciated seeing your content on my stream because it always felt like a break from usual content and get to see someone who both shares my love for Overwatch and Jesus Christ. So thanks. Well, thank you for sharing that. That's very encouraging to me as well. Enjoy the trip to Japan. Sounds like it's a missions trip, so definitely keep your head on straight and move forward and keep your wits about you. You're in a new place. I'm sure your church is going to do their best to prepare you, but you'll never be fully prepared. So definitely be present and listen to the Spirit's leading, man. Just hard loses to Orisa and Winston. Yeah, I'll be curious to see how much this changes Hazard. It's always the teams that just seemingly don't want to play Orisa, often Korean teams. I mean, I don't blame them for not wanting to play Orisa. She's just a resident sleeper. What's up, Fitness Facts? Welcome back, homie. Good to see you. Morning to you as well. Okay, so they increased the projectile speed slightly for Fire Strike. It's about, was that 20% increase, roughly? Okay. Recovery time reduced, so you can send them faster and they move faster. That's interesting. Okay. I've always kind of felt like Reinhardt is just, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just a skill issue, but I feel like Reinhardt does not belong in 5v5. He's one of the very few tanks that I just feel like has not found a place in 5v5, and I worry that all these little changes are really not going to do the real full benefit that he needs. Open to being wrong, but that's how I see it personally and currently. Okay, Freya. Developer comments said Freya has continued to climb in win rate now that players have become accustomed to her kit. We are partially reverting the quick dash cooldown to reduce her airtime and frequency of explosive bolts. This is good. This was a problem. Cooldown increased from 3.5 to 4 seconds. Somehow I don't feel like this was enough, but I do hope it was, because that is something that is beyond irritating to me as a tank player, that she was just able to quick dash, explosive bolt, quick dash, explosive bolt. It felt like it was constant. There was no need for her to actually just use her regular primary fire. So this looks good. The format change thing really messed up tanking. Someone like Zarya kind of fits it in better because double bubble, but still. Yeah, I mean, but they had to rework her bubbles, right? Because when it was 2 tanks, she should be using a self and a projected bubble, versus now where you can actually have both. You can use 2 of either type because it adds the flexibility that you need. So I agree with you, but Reinhardt really hasn't gotten reworked. Reinhardt's still in the same place. And I think that, as far as I'm aware, and please, for those of you that are Overwatch 1, like diehards, let me know if I'm wrong on that. I'm open to being wrong, but I believe he's basically fundamentally the same as he's always been, which is a problem. Put it back to 66. Too many characters are made for 66. Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing. At this point, they either have to rebalance, 80% of the cast that wasn't made in 5v5 to the 5v5 format, or the other way around. And in my mind, as a business, you go back to what the community seems to be the loudest about, at the very least, to go back to 66, and then you just take the, post Overwatch 2 heroes and make them a 6v6 thing. He can cancel charge now between Overwatch 1 and now. Charge, cancel, large maneuverability, double fire strike. Okay. So there are differences, but do you think that let me ask you guys this, because you'll have a better opportunity to think into this than I do. Do you guys really think that they did enough for him to be viable generally in 5v5? I just feel like he's not. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Yeah, for sure, Dustin, for sure. Yeah, seriously, Soren, that's true. Boy, oh boy, I love playing Soldier. I sure hope they put good thought into usable changes. My favorite DPS. Yeah, I'm worried that that's what I'm about to find out, is that they did something stupid. Extra fire strike can cancel charge, steered better, more shield health, yeah. Niche pick, yeah, that's kind of my thing. Like, I kind of wish he wasn't. There are certain Rhine sim comps that can work in pro play. Well, and pro play is very different, right? I think we can all agree on that. Like, it's a completely different echelon and a completely different way of thinking about the video game because it's organized. And it is, from the little time that I played in scrims, which is not pro play, but it is organized play, it's a completely different game. So, generally, in my mind, Reinhardt just struggles in 5v5 badly. And I don't know if there's a way to fix it. Has anybody seen any good good suggestions on how they could fix it? What's up, Jab? Good to see you. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Soren, about him not being fundamentally good as a solo tank, but I could see where he would be reworked potentially. You can play Ryan in comp if you're good enough, for sure. But would you say it's a skill floor issue? Like, once you get past Diamond, I would say. Different patch notes for different ranks. What? There's no way. He struggles in general these days. New tanks have better ways to push and pull, right? Ryan is terrible in high ranks, but really good in low ranks. Yeah, that's kind of what I've thought. There's nothing they can do for most of the tanks for them to be super viable without being giga broken. Notice every viable tank is either hyper mobile or has mega sustain. The only time you'll see Ryan in pro play is with a sim into Sigma. Interesting. There was one time I remember this back in the day. They did a console-specific change for Pharah versus PC, so they are slightly different. Maybe they could do that for like bronze through gold. I don't hate the idea of that. The problem I have is that adds so much complexity to balance, and I don't know if there's enough of a reward for people to actually do that. I don't know. It's very expensive too. They'd have to have a whole other team for that, so. It's an interesting suggestion, though. I don't hate it. And then new players who grind gotta adjust to the higher ranks. Exactly. So I feel like that'd just be a net negative. Spilo has a good video on this topic, by the way, if you're interested. On the Reinhardt topic or on something else? The only reason he is not good is due to the character pool, vertical mobility, and range of the game, but he is the definition of your stereotypical tank, for sure, yeah. There's a huge reason why they got rid of platform balance as a top 500 console tank. Interesting. They gotta make... Whoa. That's an interesting thought. I completely disagree with the idea that open queue is the way. I'm gonna be honest. It is way harder to make balance around. 6v6, I'm all in. I'm locked in on 6v6. You give me a 2-2-2 composition in a 6v6, I'm locked in. I'm here for it. I would abandon 5v5 in a heartbeat if that became the competitive format. But right now it's not. I can't stand open queue. It is just not balanceable. It's really not. Like, you have to think about it. If you allow the team to determine if they want to do 3-1-2, you know, any variation, it doesn't balance. It doesn't work. 2-2-2 is what it's balanced around. They ought to just make it roll queued in my mind. Yeah, queue times are fine, but I would rather wait longer for a queue. Seriously, I would rather wait longer for a game and have roll queue than to have open queue and quicker queues, because the quality of the game is worth it to me. Do not go back to open queue. 3 tanks and 3 supports would become meta. Yeah, isn't that GOATs? It wasn't that GOATs? It's 3 tanks, 3 supports. They just got rid of DPS. Wasn't that? I don't know. You'll have to forgive me because I didn't play GOATs. But yeah, and that's kind of true too, Dustin. Okay. Yeah, I don't think anybody enjoyed GOATs. Cassian, why are you talking so loud? Why are you talking so loud? My son is over it today. He's been having a heck of a day. Give me just a minute. There we go. Unmuted. GOATs was Ryan, D.Va, Zar, Zen, Lucio, Brig, I think. Was it a specific comp? Yeah. What's your take on the game announcing 4v4? There's no way that they actually announced that. If there's a real announcement, let me know and I'll look it up. I prefer the min 1 max 3 to the open Q max 2 tanks. I think that roll Q fixes that. Just make it 2-2-2. Maybe they should do like they did with Kingmaker test and do the flexible open Q where it restricts rolls and not just tank. Interesting. I think the thing is the game will never go back to 66 as a main competitive format. I hope so. I hope they do. I really will say that I don't see that being. I don't think that's as unreasonable as people think. They announced 2 DPS, 1 tank, 1 support. 4v4 remove the other tank. I don't know. That doesn't seem right either. I respect that, Soren. I just think it's harder to balance. That's all. Because the competitive scene has shifted to 5v5 and it would not be feasible to reverse it at this point. Well, I think the same thing would have been said going 66 to 5v5. Right? I mean, couldn't it be? I mean, that's what I would have said in the same situation. Let's keep going through these patch notes, though. We've gotten off on a tangent here. Big surprise. Genji, let's talk about Genji. We can talk more about the 66 5v5 stuff in between queues. I want to knock this out real quick. Okay, guys? So Genji, ammo reduced, projectile speed increased. I have no idea why they did this. Can anybody talk to me on that one? Because I don't get it. I don't get it at all. This does not make any freaking sense to me. What's the benefit of that? A lot of people don't like Genji's change. Is this a nerf? This feels like a nerf. But that's like a nerf and a buff, technically. Yeah, a lot of people saying nerf. Genji players everywhere have been crying because they're stuck in the past where he was bad in Overwatch 1. Well, I don't think he's bad, no. I just think he's a very high skill floor hero, and a lot of people don't want to pick him up. I'll move past Genji, to be honest. Because I don't really have enough to say on him to make a statement, so we're just gonna move on. Hanzo's been underperforming. Hey, Rage. Is he good? Just with how rosters are formed now and how players have evolved, especially tank players, means it just really wouldn't work. We can talk about that a little bit more in a minute. So, going on to Hanzo here. Hanzo's been underperforming recently, so we're reverting his bow draw speed back to its original faster value. The Sonic Disruption perk isn't picked very often, but increasing its duration will make it more useful and require less upkeep to control a health pack. Okay. Whoa, that's actually huge. Wait, whoa. Like this? Okay. The hack is more than doubled. It's literally 250% longer. That's insane. That's a really big change. I mean, it's just to one of his perks, so, but that seems like a really big swing. We'll see. Talk about Pharah. Drift thrusters and concussive implosion. Wow, I can't speak. Drift thrusters and concussive implosion, there we go, have been too consistent at securing kills. Yeah, no crap, Sherlock. We understood that well before you guys did, apparently. These adjustments will give better opportunities for counterplay when fighting against these perks. Movement speed while using Barrage is reduced by 20%. Good. Distance pulled reduced by 50%. Yeah, that's big. Yep. I'm all for the Pharah pin change. That was the best one on this list so far. All right, talking about Reaper. We're aligning the recovery of dire triggers with Reaper's primary fire to improve the flow when alternating between the two. What is dire triggers? I don't know if I know that one. We're gonna have to move on. We're running out of time here. We haven't gotten to support. I'm just gonna start reading through these. Stimpak's button mapping made it difficult to activate. Agreed, especially in combat. Binding it to weapon swap. To weapon swap. Who swaps weapons? Like Mercy? Anti-heal removed. Now deals 75 self-damage. Okay, so this is like Octane. Literally Octane from Overwatch. Or from Overwatch. From Apex Legends. That's crazy. Interesting. Okay. I actually do like this, I'm going to be honest. I think this is good. That was a good change. I never wanted to pick that because the anti-heal is just an opportunity for you to get blown up. 75 damage. You're not as likely to get blown up because at least you can get healed. Wait, they nerfed Sombra? Hold on. Invisibility is a frustrating mechanic to play against for many, so we're increasing the windows for counterplay. Sombra will now take longer to exit stealth and to disappear before taking damage, or after taking damage. Fade in time increased. Doubled? Holy crap. Stealth reveal duration on taking damage increased. Oh, jeez. Yeah, they just nerfed her pretty hard. I mean, she was getting banned constantly, but I'm going to be honest with you. This is not a response to the ban. This is a response to other data because while this is probably ban is a very small portion of this, they didn't nerf her as hard as the ban represented, which means they aren't just looking at bans as a standalone data set, which is good. I'm really glad. I think the nerf was good, but I also think that they didn't nerf her too hard, which is good. You can't die to the 75 damage on Soldier, by the way. Puts you to 1 HP. Yeah. Do you have any sort of aura on Zarya? I heard you were diamond. What is it? What is that question? Yeah, I'm still diamond. Yeah. Their response to Widow bans was to buff her to make her work on maps where she isn't banned. They clearly don't understand that if she ends up good on other maps, she'll just be banned on those maps. The solution to Widow bans is delete her. I don't think Widow is a problem, I'm going to be honest with you. I think too many people are whining a bit about Widowmaker. I get the reason people don't like her, but it's a lot like the Sombra thing. It's just a skill issue 90% of the time. I'm not saying it's you, Soren, by the way. You have a lot more nuanced thoughts, but like generally speaking, the hatred for Widow and Sombra is just a skill issue. Being honest. All right, Widowmaker is a more map-dependent hero than most, and now with hero bans restricting her usefulness, we're making her more viable in more situations. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you know, you get Havana, Widow's almost a default ban. I get that. Okay. Maximum spread reduced from 3 to 2 degrees on her. I assume that's the SMG. Damage increased a little bit. That's good. Venom Mine's bonus damage increased from 50% to 100%. That's a lot. I've had one game in months with Widow in the game, and it was the worst, least fun game I've played. I think that's the same kind of a take as my take on Mercy, though. Let's be fair. That hero just breaks the way the game should be played, and it's so boring. Yeah, I'll just agree to disagree. Widow 76? No, I mean, Soldier does more damage than that. Has some better opportunity, I would think. Especially damage fall-off-wise. Oh, her solar rifle range is increased. That's good. I think that's really good. I like that. Life Weaver... Auto charge increased by 25%. Interesting. I like that. Yeah, I think it was a good Life Weaver change. Interesting to say that not liking Sombra Widow is a skill issue since you play the role that doesn't get targeted by Sombra. Ball accepted. Like, yeah, low rank struggle because of aim and reactions, but still. Ilaria is my most played hero, and I love the buff. Yeah, that was a good buff. I think that... I really think that when it comes to Sombra Widow and why I say people that are so hateful towards them are it's just a skill issue. 90% of the time with both of those heroes, I want you guys to guess what the fundamental problem is that people could, like, the fundamental problem and the easiest solution for it. It's going to be the stupidest thing I'm going to say, but it's going to break your brains. It's really not hard. I really want to share this with you because this was coming from a guy who played a lot of support. And 2 out of my 3 in my primary hero pool on support were hard countered by Sombra. And I still beat Sombra every single time. There is a very clear thing, and I'm just going to say it. It's cover. Just use cover. Seriously, it's cover. It's really not more complicated than that. And this isn't a dig at you, Deaton. This is just across the board. If you are struggling playing into Widow or Sombra, play closer to cover. Don't peek very long. It's that simple. Don't move in predictable ways for Widow. Continue to hold cover. Sombra, stay close to cover and be able to pivot around that cover so that when you get hacked, you can move. Get out of her LOS. It is that simple. It may not be that easy, but it is that simple. The Widow problem is fundamentally different from any other hero people complain about. I can go more in depth if you want, but it's probably tough in chat. Yeah, I mean, we could do that another time. Definitely not a thing we're gonna do in the chat today because I do think that's too nuanced. But I think generally speaking, and please keep in mind that's what I'm saying. Those are important words for you all to remember. I said those things. Generally speaking, it is a skill issue and you need to use cover. That is really what it boils down to. So. But either way, we're going to get into the games today. We are going to get a quick play game in as a warm-up, then we'll go from there. No, I haven't, but I do think that a good Widow player can be countered by good cover usage. I really do think it's that simple. I just don't think a one-shot hero belongs in Overwatch, and that's like a controversial take from a lot of people. Like, there's people who completely agree with you, people who completely disagree. I don't know that I am for or against either camp. I just adapt to when they do it, you know. Hanzo, Widow, primarily, you know. You basically AFK and hide and hope your Widow kills theirs, or you don't get to play Overwatch. You know, you play more mobile heroes and flanker. Let me see where we're on Samoa. I mean, we can just go Zarya for a quick play game. Actually, if we're gonna do quick play, let's play Ramattra. Nope, I'm just kidding. We're gonna play Orisa. I need some practice on Orisa. And Orisa is very viable in this map. Yeah, Widow, I understand cover. What the heck? Where's my keyboard? Why is my keyboard not working? Hello? Oh. Weird. Like, hiding behind cover isn't countering Widow. It's being absolutely dominated on angles. You have zero space just because she exists in the lobby. So, instead of hiding, change characters and go do something that you can do where you can contest her. Yeah, Facet, it remind me, are you on your main account, what role do you play and what rank are you? Because I'm totally open to that, but I want to make sure that I'm not accidentally boosting my way out. This is getting kind of silly. kite that. He overextends. Here we have Mercy. They... Yeah, that was a bad decision. Ain't no way he doesn't die there. My fault. That was a... Dang, that's crazy, Casper. That's wild. You think that perk is bad on Orisa? The other one's better? Honestly, quick play, I wasn't super worried about it. I just kind of panic picked, to be honest. It's the overheat for headshots, though, isn't it? I'd probably die here. So the soldier did a really good play and got high ground there. Forgot it charges. Yeah, it makes sense, Power. Thoughts on Freya? I think that the nerfs were good. I was really happy about that. Yeah, I saw that Honda cut their sponsorship with Team Liquid. I'm still chewing on my thoughts on that. I think that I didn't look and see what he said, but so I won't make any statement about it on stream because I don't know enough. But
in the desert, the cheetah lives for 3 years.
Orisa Shield's perk is good into beams. I mean, yeah. Thoughts on Freya? I don't really have any thoughts on Freya. I just, you know, she's a strong hero for sure, but she's new, so she's always going to be. Burn both cooldowns. We have a pick though. Yeah, well, here's the thing. The team almost immediately made an apology and fined him. But I'll be honest with you, about the only thing that I can think of that maybe was the truth from the Honda side was maybe it was that there were just a ton yeah, I gotta focus. Oh, they all fought the D.Va. Okay. Yeah, there's got to be more detail as to why Honda would pull their sponsorship for sure. I don't think one event does that, no matter how egregious. And if it did, then you don't want that kind of sponsor to work with anyway. All right, that was a good warm-up. That was a very good warm-up. I swear I changed categories on Twitch, but sometimes it doesn't look like I did. Oh, we did. Oh, we're good. Yeah, Japanese, like, the companies are definitely very different when it comes to that too. I don't think that's bad or anything either. Don't take this out of context in any way, but like it is different, and they have a very different cultural understanding of offense, so, and honor and all that kind of stuff. I don't pretend to understand it fully either, just to be very, very clear on that, but I do think that generally speaking, there's just a very big difference. All right. Well, that was a good warm-up. I'll take that. Oddly enough, I'll actually endorse our Ana and Moira. Mercy. Very different hero. I'll be right back. Give me maybe 3-4 minutes, and then Faceted. I don't remember what you said in response to like where you're at on your primary account and what roles, but if you want to let me know, I'd appreciate it. Thanks, Cam. I appreciate that. Give me just a BRB real quick, guys. I've been drinking too much liquid. I'll be right back. Lots of good questions while I was gone here. So while we're in the loading, let's see, faceted. Let's see, can I get a discount on that caffeinated beverage? Yeah, you can. I mean, it's that freshen up energy. Using code HOPE at checkout will save you 20% off. Supports the channel and everything, man. I think that's just W's all around. I'm drinking water right now, though. I'm gonna keep it a stack, but faceted, are we already friends on oh, you messaged me on Discord. Okay, I'll check that first. Got you. Make sure I don't accidentally leak your ad here. Yeah, it's definitely your main account, and you're right there, right in the same range. So I'm not worried about it. That's a good thing. We'll take it. Unranked to diamond ball only when? No, that's not happening. Question, do you ever notice your performance dip when your hands are cold? If I have too much caffeine, my hands get cold and my aim plummets. That's just blood flow. You know, I would be willing to bet that you probably are not setting your chair and desk relationship properly. You're probably sitting with your arms, like if this is your desk, you probably have your elbow like this. That cuts off hand, like blood circulation to your hand. In an ideal world, you want to level out your hand like this, and maybe have a slight upward to your elbow. Grandmaster to bronze ball, one trick, no shooting. Yeah, true. True. By the way, he's actually laughing there. You just can't tell. I wasn't sure either. Mama's tickling him. I do need a new chair. That's good advice. I'm telling you, it's like, you don't need to spend a bunch of money on a chair either. I use a Secret Lab chair. I bought this because I had the blessing of buying it back in 2020. The next chair I'm going to buy, because this one is starting to wear out. I would say I'll probably spend somewhere in the ballpark of $250 on a chair, and that's just because I like the mesh chairs that are both where you sit and the back, so you get a lot of breathe. Because I am very warm, like 24/7. So, okay, let me look at this. Some guy got GM no shooting ball. That's crazy. Oh, that's tough, Caleb. Yeah. I mean, Chasm did unrank the GM no shooting on ball. Yeah, I think that's what somebody was saying on the Twitch side as well. Or the YouTube side. I don't know why, but I always put the chats on different sides of the screen and then I get confused. Okay. Well, Faceted's probably waiting patiently here. Oh my lord, mouse, please. Honestly, I'm starting to kind of have issues with the Corsair peripherals. I've only had them for I don't actually know, but it's not even been 3 months, I don't think. And the connectivity is a problem. The battery drain is a huge problem. Seriously, it's a problem to me that these guys are as well known as they are and having these minus issues, you know. We got Winston here. Will you compete in a Faceit League? As soon as we get into Masters 1, yes. Yes. That's why I'm working on getting the Masters first. Why is there always a Mercy? Okay, I'm gonna tilt. I'm gonna tilt. Can I ban the Mercy? Do I ban Mercy? I can't. Everybody, can we take some deep breaths together? We go Orisa because this person's going to play Mercy. And in that case, we don't want to play into Moira, we don't want to play into Symmetra, and we don't want to play into Zarya. I'm going to ban based on my pick, and we'll move on. Because no one's banning Mercy on our team. Oh, they banned Mercy on the other team. I don't have to feel bad. I love that when that happens. Why do I hate Mercy? It just makes tanking very difficult. Mercy is a pocket type, like a triage type support. And tanking, you don't really triage your damage intake. And for... Wow, I just realized they didn't ban a single tank. That's interesting. But it forces you to play very differently. Very, very differently. Yeah, their software is not great, I'll be honest. That and I can't, like, a small pet peeve of mine, but like whenever I have wireless peripherals, I don't want to see whether it has high, mid, or low charge. I want to see the percentage. I want to see the percentage. Is it 80%? Or at least have the option to see it. I don't even have the option to see it. Other than that, I like the lightness of the mouse. I actually like the physical parameters of the keyboard and mouse themselves. But there is a very high probability that sometime later this year I replace both of them because the connectivity is such a problem. I like Mercy when the player stays on my back the whole time. Other than that, I can see your point. And that's the problem. She can't.
5, 4.
Caleb, that's a crazy statement. Okay, we are on Winston. Okay, she's one. We get out. Grab a mini, we go back in. Huh? Okay, I got cooked there a little bit. It's my fault. We have a Juno Lifeweaver. Okay, we have a pick. No more Ana. I feel like I played that pretty well. Took a little bit. That monkey ran like the Ark was leaving without him. That's crazy. Big. Okay. Okay. Back up a bit here to my supports. Hardly winning or winning hardly? Uh-huh. Nope. Well, I jumped the building. So I Supermaned that building. That was a great sleep dart. That was a great sleep. Their Ana's really good. I can't underestimate her. Okay. My fault. Nope. That's unfortunate. Just gonna walk right into a, or jump right into a wall. Okay, we have Primal. My Winston movement is a little rough today. Guys. Where are we? Okay, what are we doing? Standing right next to our Juno. She's not healing. Okay. We may unironically need to ult and swap. We don't really have a dive. Oh, okay. Dude. Holy cow. We're swapping Orisa. Just not getting enough healing from either of my supports. Okay. Yeah, there we go. No on a nade. Okay. They cleanse that perfectly. I die for it. I'll Zarya mirror. I'm down. You want to counter swap? I can mirror swap you and still win. It's fine. Yeah, we just the back line's falling apart here. It's okay. Orisa seemed strong, to be honest. Just ended up with the big play out of Team's LOS. Fair enough. It's very possible. I just didn't want to continue to play into Zarya, to be honest, on Orisa. But we'll start on Orisa. The Orisa did look the strongest, I feel like. Everything's working well. Oh, Faceted, I appreciate the, I mean, you and I can hop in group.
Yeah, I don't join team chat.
Yeah, no worries. I don't do the team chat thing, unfortunately. There's too much blatant toxicity these days.
First 2 words I heard were just slurs, so.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
Yeah. The first word I heard in this team chat was a slur.
Oh, good. Oh, good. That's what you want. You think Orisa's fun to watch? To be honest with you, I legitimately hate playing Orisa. I just do it because.
You want to try Winston again?
Like,
just call your dives, I go with you.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'm gonna start on the Orisa. Our supports are falling over too much, so I don't have a lot of sustain.
Yeah. Okay.
Backing out here. Okay, actually we're even. Oh, no we aren't. Oh, Lifeweaver. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Both supports are just dying constantly.
I got touch.
Alright. Going Winston. Yeah,
Damn,
that's
I
unfortunate. Their Ana is really good. That's really not a you issue. No, it's not your support's fault there at all. I'm gonna completely disagree with you. Their positioning is horrible, and it's allowing them to die way too often.
I can go on a dive with you.
I'm ready when you are. I'm not ready. I'm suddenly getting completely overrolled.
When we go on the Kiri.
Yeah, I'm getting healed slowly here. Hold on. Going on the Kiri in 3. She's back here in 3, 2, 1. I dropped. I'm on the Kiri. I have bubble. I am probably dead. I mean, I tried to make a play. For some reason, our Ana is on low ground, backing way off. Yeah,
they just have such good peel.
What's up, Ashton? It's going good today. It's a little rough though. This is a support gap through and through. I mean, these guys are. Look at this. Can you go for touch or no? Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, you got to pick. No, I can dive that. Unfortunate. Good try though. That's my bad. Alright, I'm sitting still so my supports will actually look at me. There we go. Winston on me. I have no bubble. I'm leaving.
He has spiral.
No sleep dart on their Ana. They nanoed the Winston. I'm nanoed as well. I'm on the Ana. Ana dead.
I'm on soldier on high.
Yeah, the TP'd out.
Let them get out of the copper king.
I have primal here. Genji dead. I'm gonna push the soldier in 3, 2, 1. Backing out.
Couldn't push it, yeah, I have 40 HP. I have pulse, calling Suzu out. Sure, he's on fair. I would.
It's all good. Happens.
Clear game.
I have primal, I'm going.
No sleep.
I mean, I just can't do anything. Our life weaver died 8 times, and yeah, that's just really bad. All good.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate first game.
That guy is wildly delusional. I'm gonna avoid him. Monkey Genji pushed high and used all cooldowns. You dropped back instead of pushing. They dropped cycle CDs again, to which instead of holding space on your high ground, you dropped. You had full CDs and dropped a point because I had no sustain. I can burn all those cooldowns going in, and then I die. That was what was happening. So no, I completely disagree with you. So what happened was I could go in and try and trade backlines, right? And if I go in and try and trade backlines, I was not succeeding at that. And for some ungodly reason, we stayed on Lifeweaver that whole time, even though he was getting dove, and every time he was dove, he died. So it's just an area I'll disagree with. You had Orisa spinning gold. You just have to hold the space on high. Okay. I'll agree to disagree with you, but I appreciate you sharing your perspectives. Okay, we are on Ilios. Let me go Ramattra. That is not what I'm trying to do. We are banning Mercy because I literally hate playing with Mercy players. And then I don't really want to deal with Sojourn. Nice. Do you finish up your travel back, Obanai? See a Mercy Freya or Mercy Sombra, depending. Yep. Oh, wow. Mercy Sombra Freya. That's a crazy combo to get banned. And no Doomfist. Yeah, Mercy is just not it for me either. I'm with you. All right, so yesterday I realized when I was playing Ramattra, I had this tendency to, instead of using my cooldowns as 3 separate points of pressure, I was using especially my shield and the vortex. Couldn't remember what those were called. The vortex as like 1 point of pressure instead of 2, and it was just causing too many problems, so. All right, we're on Moira Lucio, so it's gonna be not a bad backline inherently.
Take
But...
TP out.
Okay, I got you.
Also, your streams go like your game's minimized.
Yeah, thank you. I usually wait until the 5-second mark. Whoops.
Like a oh, just rotate point. Rotate point.
I can't. Moving. Backing off. I accidentally woke him up there.
sure he's on high. Very tight.
Blue one.
He's on our side of the
Trade
map.
an Ori. Ryan probably is close to shatter.
Three no TP, she's one.
Dead.
I have full. Quarter's wild there. Train a raid. Trey one under. Trey dead.
Nice. How do I get hit by that? How do I get hit by that? Anybody else confused? I'm sitting behind cover. How does that hit me? Well, that little bit of cover apparently doesn't count. We have, we're up in a couple ults here. I'm gonna use mine going in.
I'm gonna rotate point and try and just force them
Okay.
off their hold.
I'm going.
Okay.
Gotta get these supports out. Kiri first. Kiri, no TP.
Throw over here, three of them. Ryan's back, he's far left.
Ryan going straight point. I blocked
Right,
him from
right,
his
right.
heels. Just Lou and Ryan on point. I can't hold that.
Ryan one.
Kiri here.
Trey dead.
Lou next. Soldier set up behind.
Our Echo's dead.
When I get... That is the second time I have gotten hit by a shatter behind a wall. That is the second time this game that I've gotten hit by a shatter behind a wall. That can't be normal. Can we touch or no?
Now I'm dead.
That was close. It's all good. Man,
I want to know what happened to our Echo, she just fell off the map.
that's unfortunate. Feel very vindicated seeing you take the damage perk. 'Tis a good day. On a kind of throwing. I mean, all day long we can blame teammates. It doesn't do us any good, you know? Whenever someone picks Mercy, I have zero problem with that. That's the exception to the rule. It's just like a default issue. But I will say that, like, my biggest issue this game has just been that I've gotten hit by Shatter twice. That in ways that I really don't think I should have been. I'm gonna be curious. Well, that's the one that I want to go back and review and just see if I literally just had like a toe sticking out or like what happened, you know?
Trey's off the map, no way.
Zarya full charge.
Over dead.
Zarya dead. Luke can die, Luke can die. Curie has no TP out.
He's 3 tapped in. He's going to Mega.
Fair enough, Power. Fair enough. Good call out on that for sure. They're on Hog. They're on Hog now.
Oh, good. If you just bait hook out so I don't get nude.
No hook. Hog dead.
I'll keep support me.
Cass can die here. I can too. Where are my supports? Why are they on the point? What are they doing? More faded in.
I would pull.
Yeah, he's just saying it like from the pre-fight ages away. He was just talking about when I would like throw it from like here with nobody for sure that I'm actually even gonna hit or get any value from it. It just slows him down. It's not giving me enough value. I think what he said was totally valid, to be honest.
Lucio on right there. Hog on right. He's gonna try and hook off map.
I'm backing.
He's in the rim, no hook. Hog
No,
low.
no TP, no TP.
No Suzu.
No TP again.
Lucy one, he out.
I have my ult here.
Facing no pulse, no re. Use it here, use it here.
Yep, going to.
Never mind.
Nope,
Oh,
yep, too late.
Unfortunate. Bad pull, my bad. My bad.
That's a very unfortunate. Yeah, this is a lot of why I don't use comms, to be honest. It's not a faceted issue, by the way. I just listened too easily. Oh, I really thought he was still there. That's my bad.
Cast on him there. On the low.
Big. Nice. Huge pulse.
Thank you.
Just like you used slow when their Curie wasn't choked to no consequence, and then you wanted to punish their cast walking up. You didn't have time to slow. You didn't have the slow to punish it. You're right. I do want to review that first point pretty badly to find out what the heck happened there. Those shatters were so weird, and I know no one's cheating. I just am like, what happened? You know. You need to learn comms anyway if you're gonna make it in pro. Yeah, but that's not. There's layers to it. You 100% do that, but not. I feel like it's really important that you don't spread your learning too thin, right? And for me right now, I'm learning tanks, tank fundamental, and that kind of stuff. You know, layers like an onion. Yeah, and ogres. Ogres also have layers. They for sure play hog here, right? Yeah, they're on Pharah. Nah. I hate hog players.
I'll call someone, then go on in with me.
Okay. Yeah, he hits that hook from all the way back here.
Carry up here on top. If you can force her down, I can go on her.
She's one.
No TP, no TP, no either. No TP, no Suzu. She's on the mini. Oh, Genji's behind me.
He's one, he's one, he's one, he's dead. That's bad use of micro missiles.
Hog low, I pulse him. They're down too, we need to go.
I am so sick of Hog. Oh my gosh. He's terrible as a tank. He's just getting good hooks. I knew as soon as I used it too, he was waiting. By the way, this guy's on an ult. That's the other fun thing about this one. It's okay, we almost have it. Okay, let's not rush it. We have cooldown in 1. Try and force him to use it. Second life. He has no hook. Hog no hook.
Call him Suzu out.
They're going over there on that side there.
Oh, my pulse not Suzu fucking. Oh, never mind, she's down anyway.
I'm on the Hog. Going on the Genji. They're swapping to Zarya. How much you want to bet? Hey, look at that. They're playing. Look at that. They swapped again.
We look at Lucio. Oh, you're.
Yeah, I'm
I
D-Max.
know you're a mini. I can go for a long soul.
Try. Yeah, that ult's gonna require some explanation.
What? Okay. Man.
Not worth it. Am I gonna buy any of the Street Fighter skins? No. I'm not a huge skins guy.
Riker has 14 deaths, so what the heck? We got this.
Yeah, it was a tough one, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take a second here before we go into the next one.
All good.
Yeah, that, those couple of games have been tough, man. And I know that I'm making mistakes, so... Why wait till Masters for Face It? Because that's the only time you can get into Face It, as far as I'm aware. You have to be Masters 1 now. How do I know he's on an alt? I suspect he's on an alt. I don't know it. When I report on suspicion. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I hope I am. I hope he's just an absolutely goated hog player. But what I'm seeing there is typically with main accounts, this is kind of what I look for. If he seems like he's really strong when he shouldn't be, that's a big red flag. If it's a... How do I phrase this? When they have these like weird names, like this one, jacked and tan with like alternate symbols and stuff, most people don't do that on a main account. Most people. And the reason you know that, by the way, is because when you're in a lobby, if you look over, like even if I just look at my recent players, I know it's tiny screen for you guys right now, but if you look over these, you're not going to see very many games or heroes, or excuse me, players on the teams that have those alternate characters. So that's usually just an alt account, and then the default menu stuff as well. Last match he has the default, and he's, I mean, if you look at his career profile, it's that. So I don't mind people having an alt account, but when they're clearly not in the rank they should be, it's always a red flag for me. So I'm always open to being wrong, and I hope that I am. Is it late in the US? I tried to catch the stream yesterday, but it started at like 10 p.m. for me. No, it's not late in the US right now. It's about 3:30 p.m. Got another hour left to stream. I had to double check today. Do I report people for having alts? No, I don't care if you have an alt account, but when you clearly are like not in a rank you should be, yeah, I'm gonna report that, because that's now deranking or boosting, and that is reportable to me. I don't care if you have an alt account. I used to, but that's not really an issue for me anymore. Because it was never, and it really honestly was never that I had an issue with people having alternate accounts. I had more of an issue with people that were using those alternate accounts to boost their friends or smurf or derank intentionally. It just makes the game not fun. That's all. To be honest, I have a weird name. It's two names mushed together, but I get what you mean. Yeah, I'm talking like the characters used, right? Not the actual name, but like the character utilization. Whereas like that's usually like outside of the English language, right? But they still spell out an English word. So again, I hope I'm wrong. And I hope that I'm wrong and he's just on an alt. Maybe he's getting the rank up right now, you know? But it's just not my thing. Yeah, no, I'm not building a Face It team, guys. When I get to that point, when I do get to the point that I'm ready to be in a team, it'll be one that I join, not building my own. I don't have time to manage a team. I found that out the hard way when I was on a scrim team that I put together, and that was just a scrim team, let alone something like that. Faceted. No. Oh, please. I'm so sick of Mercy. They can play other things. I'm banning Mercy. Can't stand Mercy. It's my least favorite thing to play into. We're on Rialto. Bastion, Malga. I'll ban those three. We probably don't see Mercy banned, actually. We probably see Freya. Oh, maybe Freya Mercy. Yeah, Freya Mercy, Roadhog, Malga. Wow. Wow, that became an easy Zarya game. To be honest, it was kind of a close game. I don't think he was smurfing. And if he was smurfing, it's okay. Like, here's the thing. It was a close game. It was a very close game. Hated losing that last one. But it was a close game. And I think honestly, it's less of hating the fact that I lost that one and more that I'm frustrated that it seems like every game I've had for the last, I guess today we've played 2. So I've played 7 games and lost
I think
all but 2.
Winston or some dive character will be really strong on this map, so we can try and force them off those high grounds, because those high grounds that they can control just absolutely destroy us if they have any good fortification.
That's not a bad point. Yeah, I'm gonna give the Zarya 1 life, and if it goes poorly, I will definitely swap to a Winston. Surfs are just practice for your future dominance. I mean, I'm just gonna fundamentally disagree with that, because you only have the understanding of the game you have at your rank, and they have a higher understanding. And I get what you're saying, but my teammates also don't have that. So you are by default several pegs below to lose. So I don't know. I just disagree. That's all. What rank is Tracer? Diamond. Diamond 3, maybe? They do have an Ana, so that's very diveable.
Doom.
Ana Doom. Man, they're just giving us all this space for free.
Widow. Break no back.
Break stuck.
I was forced to leave. Here, walk left with me.
Going up on Brig. Brig is 1 up here. Brig dead. My favorite. Brig dead. Burning Doom, burning Doom. Oh, he's nanoed. Mine Doom, he's got ult. Okay, Brig next. Oh god, I just woke him up. My bad.
You're throwing my game.
I know, I'm throwing, I'm sorry.
Here, go high with me so we can force them off.
Okay. I have not heard of that team, Eric, no. I don't watch Face It though, so I don't know if I'm the right person to ask.
Doom on cart.
Yep, forcing cart. Oh, I am slept and probably dead here.
Doom's in Meteor.
Go on the Curie, go on the Curie.
Trust me, solo grab him. Oh my god. Wait until you heal, then go. Just go.
Yep. Good lord. I don't think I can actually get out of this, so I'm gonna try and get a kill here. Oh, I'm nanoed.
What about that?
Gary's 1. Doom is low. On no sleep. Ana dead.
Oh, how did he hurt that punch?
He did great. He just had to use his own ult.
I don't know, so
He's low.
All one scissors out. Scissors out.
Coming with you.
Straight up taking.
3 on to push. Nice. What kind of pizza do I like? I'm a pepperoni pizza guy through and through. Ashton, thanks so much for the 400 biddies, man. I'll read the message in just a minute. I just wanted to say thank you, dude. I appreciate that. On no sleep. I'm pushing their backline. Oh, do you want to go for a big pulse? They have no cleanse.
Yeah.
I'm doing it now.
Oh, I'm dead, Hanzo.
Got the Hanzo. On a no sleep dart again. Doom is killable. Nice. Ana probably has sleep care. Both sports are nanoed right now.
Their tracer was stuck in a corner, she couldn't move. Nice.
Zarya feels good.
Low-key carrying this game.
Yes, you are.
No, you are.
Oh. Yeah, so if you read the name out loud, which I'm not going to do for our Ana, it's a problem. RTL Colby, by the way, thank you for the prime. I must have missed that. Frostiscus, thank you for your follow. And Ashton, or Fricadillies as he shows up, with the 400 bits said, just realized I have bits for some random reason. Hey, you know what? I just realized you used them here for some random reason, so I'm thankful. Appreciated you. To be very clear, the objective
Okay,
better...
here I definitely recommend going someone that can get high ground, low ground for the...
Yeah, knockback perk will allow me to, I think. That's one thing I haven't had a huge issue with this on this particular one.
To be fair, I don't know any of Zarya's perks.
It's fair. Yeah, no, her, once you get knocked back, it's crazy. She basically flies. It's bonkers. Yeah, like right there, you can immediately go up there, which is nuts. Trying not to give away who I'm playing.
They probably have a Widow again.
Yeah, Bap, Zarya, Ana, Hanzo so far. Dropping on this. Oh, I'm gonna get slept probably if I'm not careful. I need to play careful.
Or already found one.
slept. I'm getting
This
up.
one was crazy. I have to pull up the Freya.
I'm dead here. I misunderstood where that. Dang it. I was trying to back out to the mega and I just forgot where it was. It's my bad. Favorite sandwich? Meatball subs with basil? Nice. I'm here for that. I messed with that heavy. Oh, I don't know if we can get there or not. I don't know about this. Yeah, they're gonna have that point upstairs. I am going to swap here.
Hit around the corner or something. Okay.
Oh, okay. Our Moira just literally sat there and damaged instead of healing. Oh, I hate that when that happens. Going Winston. I don't know that I bothered with the touch. I'm gonna be honest.
No, you don't.
I made them use cooldowns in the back. I'm on the Ana. Where are our supports at? Holy cow. Like, why are we not fighting? Our Moira's coming back from spawn. Ana's playing cover. You know what? That's on me. I thought Moira was still alive. I should have been paying attention to kill feed. It's on me. Go for it.
I don't know, I'm just getting blown up. I can't really do much.
I mean, yeah, neither of our supports are healing more than they are damaging. Wow. I mean, I'm literally 21-4. I don't know what else to do. I may solo queue the last couple of games. Do you like spaghetti meatballs or spaghetti bolognese? I don't know that I have a preference on either one, to be honest. So we have a lot less time on attack. Ideally, we have a high ground contesting hero, so we're gonna go ahead and go Winston. I just need to time my engagements well. Waiting for cooldowns, I think is gonna be one of my biggest things. Truly, Desi, thanks so much for the follow on Twitch. Hope you're having a great day.
Today, I craft my own arrows. Each one another dish.
Honestly, go Ryan and hold cart. If I was gonna do something like that, I'd go Ramattra. Why am I saying things weird? What has happened? I just have a stroke. Were you playing with Soren the other day? Yeah, I was. I was playing with Soren.
Winston, you know what I'm going to say to that.
Of course. I know I can always
Soren's a homie. Gets Soren in the stack. I mean, if Soren's here and he wants to get in the stack for the last like 1 or 2 games, I'm down. What's the hero pool looking like right now? Winston, Ramattra, Orisa, Zarya. Nope.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Today's just not my day.
It's all good. We all have days. I pushed the Hanzo back. I'm gonna jump off point. Yeah, our supports are just terrible. There's just no 2 ways about it.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
We're gonna solo
They
queue.
just randomly locked it and had like the best comps in the world.
Yeah, and again, we have a 13-6 Moira and an 18-8 Ana who's doing really good damage and healing numbers, but not priority. So I'm just gonna lock it in on Ramattra here and do my best, and we'll see what happens. Has Flats reacted to any of my new videos? Not that I'm aware of. That doesn't mean that hasn't happened, but I'm not aware of it.
It seems your little band is back together. For the moment, at least.
Overwatch is here to stay. And we're coming for you now.
Eric, that's super funny.
What matters is that we fight to the very last second.
Why do you think that's a problem? What tank do I prefer on Dorado? Winston, for sure. If Winston's available, we play Winston. So the big thing here, I mean, we have to hold them for a while, and they have the opportunity to make swaps. So we're just going to do our very best. I mean, I feel like I'm playing okay. I just, you know.
There's a puncher tank.
They have a junker queen, or a junk rat. Jeez.
Junk rat. Okay.
Junkrat 1, dead. Ana on point. I've got a Zarya behind me, but she is... I'm contesting. On a no sleep dart.
I'm dead. Yeah, GG's.
I mean, what am I supposed to do with this, you know? I don't try and touch that. I just get blown up.
Yeah, okay.
That's a crazy shot, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, well, I got demoted, so I'm heading out.
No worries, man. No worries. Take a breather. Come back again tomorrow. You'll be alright, alright? Cool. Oh, I forgot he was... Oh, well. I wasn't trying to bail out on you, Faceted. If you're watching, I just forgot we weren't in a Discord call. Yeah, it was just unfortunate, man. That was an unfortunate one for sure. I mean, there's really not much you can do about some games, right? But let's look over the ones that I could look at as a good coaching, because I have coaching tomorrow night. So we've played 3 games today and just lost them back to back. So yeah, I mean, honestly, this one again, we're just having we have a life weaver again. Our back line is just falling apart, man. It's really bad. And they were playing a really good dive, so that was part of that one for sure. And I could have been peeling more. It's how I should have adapted. This one was really close. This one's probably going to be a good one that would be worth coaching, because this one was like 99-99 on all 3 points. So this one, very, very, very close. And it was mostly Ramattra D.Va, and the only reason I swapped to D.Va is so that I had an option if I got pulled into well, and I just stayed on D.Va. This game, I feel like I did really well. Like, I truly am happy with my performance on this one for sure. You know, we look at kind of our backline situation. We have some really high healing output and really high damage output. But the problem is when you compare that to their healing output, they had so much more sustain than we did. So it was really hard for me to do anything quickly. I had to basically just wait slowly while my Ana would stop DPSing, my Moira would stop DPSing, and just kind of look at me. So, you know, it is what it is. Like, this game was just truly one of those 30% you're unwinnable. I think probably that last one, this one at Ilios, was like one of those 40% where you just like truly, this could have gone better if I had played better. So this one is one that I definitely want to review. I'll probably do that with my coach. So, and if you guys want to look at it, I don't care. I'll share the code with you guys here on stream. That way you guys can look at it. Right here, there's your code. Say copy, just so I have that later. I guess I could send it to my coach real quick. Yeah, but if they all peeled, I should have been able to take space. So I don't know if that's true. I'm wondering if something else happened. And that's not a dig at you, by the way. It's just a question I'm asking out loud, you know? What was the comp they played on that map? They swapped it up quite a bit, but they played a lot of Zarya. I honestly, they swapped a lot. Their comp was not consistent enough to say they played one. You think I'd go into BlizzCon? I'd love to, but no, probably not this year. Little too expensive right now. Numbani. This is a Winston map all day long, or Ramattra. My Winston needs some coaching, so we're gonna go ahead and pick it if I can. Those are my default bans every single time I play Winston. Mercy, Bastion, Mauga, zero hesitation. They skipped this. They skipped a year. They skipped this year. Is that what you're saying? They aren't gonna do one this year. Oh my gosh! I don't want another Mercy. I don't think we're gonna get a Mercy ban here. Yep. End of September 2026. Oh, thank God they banned Mercy on the other team. Beautiful. They banned Winston, which is fine. They were probably just revenge banning, and I don't care. I can play other heroes. So I'm going to go... Because they banned Mercy, I don't have to worry about a Mercy. They aren't going to play Winston, or was it Doom? Yeah. Low key. Go Ram here. I would go Winston, but they banned him. Muhiki, thanks so much for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate it. What you want to bet those two are duoed? Yep, player already in a group. Oh, wait. They're in this one? Who else are they in a... Is it... Huh? Okay, so these two... Glooper was the one playing Mercy. And so the two supports are duoed. Okay. Yeah, they're on Zarya. We walk off there, we reset. The team wasn't anywhere near us, so we just would have staggered out. If we're playing Zarya, we're playing Zarya. And this will be my only swap. Wow. I need my DPS to actually shoot something other than the tank this whole game. I need to stop shooting something other than, or only the tank as well. Watching for pulse. goodness. I don't know. Am I shooting the tank a lot? I feel like I am. My damage and the limbs tell me that I am. Maybe I'm just shooting more than I think I am at the tank. I'll have to watch that. Please, the Ana is 1 HP. Please tell me I'm just delusional here. Like we surely get that point. Holy cow. Bruh. This one's a tough one too. Holy cow. A few tough games. We just cycled cooldowns better. The Fudgy, what a name. Thanks so much for the follow on Twitch, though. I appreciate it. Got a trade for that. Their Ana has died 3 times. Guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm deadlifting this game. That's at least how it feels. Derpy82, thank you for being here, by the way. Have you considered a flanking Sigma playstyle? Can't say that I've ever actively considered it, no. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't consider it. How's that for an answer? Pretty much learned that whatever I think I should write off, I don't write off, so. Except for taxes. What's today's score? Oh, let's not talk about today's score. Let's not talk about it. Let's just hope we win this one. Imagine doing taxes. Oh. Oh, we went Symmetra. Interesting. Kirito? You guys mind missing your shots? Yeah, this is definitely another one of those. Holy cow, I've got to play perfectly or we lose it. Today's score is stay positive and keep the good vibes. And honestly, that's been my whole focus. So if we lose games, I feel like I've done pretty well. I think I've avoided the tilting that I was doing yesterday pretty significantly. And that for me is the win. Oh no. No. Okay. Okay, we have no support. We're back. We'll hold as long as we can. Yep. Look at that. Our Ana's dead. Again. Homing. Nice. Trans Fluttershy. Interesting name. Thanks so much for the follow on Twitch. I do appreciate it. Yeah, would you look at that? This is truly unlucky. I'm gonna be honest. My average energy's low though. That tells me I'm not getting good bubbles. Oh. No. Dude. I hit the wrong perk because I was trying to right click. There's no reason to swap into this. There's no reason to swap into this. This is truly just an appalling backline gap. Like, I don't know what else to do. It's like, yes, I could swap, but what would I swap to, you know? Would you look at that? My Curie ran it down again. Oh, word. Okay. Touch the point. Holy cow. I did not mean to pick the grab perk, by the way. Bad bubble on my part. Okay, they wasted Immort though. Why are we cleansing? Bubble in a moment. We're gonna walk. Yeah, the Zarya right click is something I still need to get down to a science. Come on. Map staggers. Spandex 634. What a name. Barry Keith, thanks so much for your follow, by the way. I appreciate it. Okay, they went Reinhardt to counter swap, which is fine. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Okay. Oh my gosh, dude. He just tried pinning me off. Oh, dude, let's go. Gosh. Yeah, literally target priority. Good lord, that was way too close for comfort, man. But we gotta win. I'll take it today, man. I'll take it. By the way, and I won't show the name, but I will say this. Today was an example of when stacking and having a duo or a trio can be detrimental, because even your most well-meaning best players in the world are going to have off days. And if they continue to have an off day, you are no longer the most common denominator in your games. So it makes it hard for you to say, is it me or is it them? And I would say that, like, today, I definitely played poorly in a couple of those games pretty significantly. There was one loss that was super close. So, like, my history today, we were 3-1. It was a very close 2-2 day, though. So I'm really not mad at that. The one loss will be like that one that was at Ilios will be really close. So it is what it is. I'm always too late. It's all good, homie. It's all good. Yeah, it is actually my last one, though, because I normally would have another half hour in stream, but I have a meeting I need to get to in a couple of hours, and I need to make sure I'm on time, and I want to still produce a good vertical video for you guys. So thank you guys for watching, for real. Hey, I appreciate that, KW. I appreciate that a lot. Today, I'm a 34-year-old dad that has been top 500 multiple times. Finished the season top 500 and beaten, outdueled multiple Overwatch League players. Yeah, I appreciate that a lot, man. If you want to DM me somewhere, we can talk. I have a coach, but I'm always open to connecting with other people and getting a mixed set of information that I can kind of compare the most common things that come up and go from there. But I appreciate that a lot, for real. Thank you. To you and your wife, I have no idea what you're asking, to be honest with you. Where can I message you? You can message me, probably easiest is Discord, or Instagram is probably the easiest too. Twitter also works, so I just have to watch for the request. So Instagram, Twitter, Discord ideally. But I'm gonna get out of here, guys. That is my last one for the day. That was a good one to end on. Does Discord work? It does. Yeah, just look up Gaming for Hope, just like it is on there. Just make sure you don't type Gaming for Hope. A lot of people will do that. It's GAMIN, the number 4, and Hope. And you can add me on Discord and then shoot me a message there. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today, guys. And here's the thing, like 3-1, I'm less concerned about. I'm really proud of the fact that I didn't tilt. There were a couple of times where I almost typed something stupid in chat and held myself back. And for me, those are the bigger wins today. I'm really happy about that. So, really, really happy. Even that last one, that wasn't toxic. I was genuinely laughing at the fact that he'd pinned me off the point and by extension C9. So that was just so rewarding for me too. Also, the fact that wasn't a reversal is wild. But anyway, I just realized that. But I appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you guys tomorrow right at, I think, 2 p.m. Central. Let me double check myself. I'm gonna look at my calendar. Things are a little funky right now, so yeah, normal tomorrow. Normal stuff. 2 to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Until then, this is Gaming for Hope. I'm signing off. You guys take it easy.